All right, guys, welcome to Podkins. This is the show where you can learn about upcoming events on Webkinz Next and Webkinz Classic. And the show is hosted by Webkinz staff. And Mandy, today we are going to learn about some upcoming events on Webkinz Next.
Yes, and of course, in order to do that, we are joined by our two favorite Nexperts, and that is Dorothy, Lou, and Sally. Hi, guys.
Hi.
And just before we get started here, I should mention, guys, at the end of the episode, we're going to be giving away a gift basket that you can unlock a Polarberry and Googleberry on your Webkinz Classic account because, of course, we're right in the middle of Berry Fest on Webkinz Classic, but we're having a barbecue event right now on Webkinz Next. Right, Dorothy Lou?
Yes, so much fun. It's on until July 1st, and all you got to do is click on the condiments that float across your screen, and each time you click, you'll get either ketchup, mustard, or relish, and those are materials that you can use to craft or sew barbecue-themed clothing, and we have two plushies, super fun, and then, of course, the hamburger beanbag chair right there. That's new this year.
Yeah, it is so cool. I love that beanbag chair. Well, I love all the items. They're so much fun.
Yeah, they're so cute. It's such a fun event.
We had a similar event actually happen on Webkinz Classic. What I really like about the event on Webkinz Next is that sometimes, you don't have an even number of condiments. So you might have a ton of ketchup, not a lot of mustard, maybe a little bit of relish, but there's a way that you can actually craft condiments to create ones that you may need more of on Webkinz Next.
You can use any stove. Actually, you know what? I'll show you on the brand new barbecue.
That barbecue is awesome, and it's pretty rare that you can get that barbecue. So lucky you, Sally, that you managed to grab that.
All right, let's say I need ketchup. Go here, one mustard and one relish, and then I get ketchup.
That's great. So when you craft all three on a stove or a barbecue, you unlock a Kinsville hot dog, and when you feed that to your pet, you're awarded a prize, right?
So there are specific prizes that you can craft using these ingredients on the sewing machine, the crafting table, and there's one carpenter's bench one. So you directly craft what you need. There's no making a hot dog and eating a hot dog.
Right, okay.
But there's a chance of winning two non-ingredient prizes from the Floaty Clicky. One of them is this barbecue, and the other is this really cool cabana that can fit over the barbecue.
And the cabana, I believe, is new this year. Is that right, Sally? Last year, we did have the barbecue, but the cabana is brand new, and they're both awesome items.
Yeah, and the other new crafting item is this hamburger beanbag chair, which is crafted on the carpenter's bench. So that's the other completely new this year. Everything else is a repeat, but there are a lot of recipes and it needs a lot of condiments. So if you didn't craft both versions of the burger plushie last time, this may be your chance. There's a few variations of that. I believe there is also a few variations of the hat. There's 3 hats that you could craft.
There's the hot dog hat, but there are 3 variations of the burger hat, right?
Right, there's only the hot dog was the first year, and there was only one of each. But we added some new recipes last year, and some of them have variations, and that includes the plushie and the hat. I think those are the 2 with the variations. So all the hot dog ones just have one variant. A lot of the burger things have a couple. Hey, see, I just got a cheeseburger hat.
Yeah, I think there's 3 different hats for the cheeseburger. Those are great. And what I love about this event on Webkinz Next is that you can really work towards a specific item that you want to craft using the condiments on these crafting tables, which is great. Now, you showed us how to get a specific type of condiment by crafting the 2 others. We recently released the ability to trade with other players on Webkinz Next. Can you actually trade for condiments as well with other players?
Materials are not tradable.
Okay, that's right. So there you go. Materials are not tradable, but I assume that the prizes that you craft using these condiments are tradable.
Absolutely. You can absolutely trade with prizes.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Definitely something that has a summer feel to it, because we're heading into summer. Talking about summer events, Dorothy, Lou, we are actually right in the middle of a Campkin season on Webkinz Next, and this is actually one of my favorite seasons that we've released on Webkinz Next.
I love that so many of the prizes are outdoor items because many of our seasons don't include outdoor items. So, and something we've been doing for the past few seasons is designing rewards that really go well together. So you can design a whole scene. So using these rewards, you can design a whole Campkin scene in your very own yard.
Yeah, I know, that's great. We actually talked about seasons a couple episodes back. And so, guys, if you want to listen to previous Podkins episodes, you can always check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Webkins. You'll be able to find it there. Love that Campkins bunk bed. Of course, 2 pets can sleep on bunk beds, which is great. Sally, seasons consist of 5 weeks, and I think we're on week 3 right now. So do you want to show us the tasks that you have to complete? Because, guys, if you haven't checked out Webkins Next yet, there's still time to collect condiments to craft for your barbecue prizes, and there's still a lot of time left here to complete your Campkin season.
Yep, here's our week 3. We've got use a pet effect, and the if you get your face painted at the farmer's market, that counts towards this, so you can save your effects if you want to. Complete a pet request with a kid pet. You can sell stuff at the W shop to earn Kins Cash. If you're growing crops, this is a really easy one to do quickly because, especially if you stock up on the growing garden items that you can buy at the W shop, that you could have a whole pile of things to sell, and it only takes 4 days for things to harvest, so keep that in mind. I cook 3 recipes on the stove, and if you're converting your ingredients, your mustard, your relish, and your ketchup, that counts as a stove recipe. So that would count towards this task. Give a pet a bath on 4 different days. Mine for gems. A lot of these things are things you're pretty much going to be doing anyway. So a lot of the season tasks are easy to complete, and you do them even without paying attention. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't even actively try and still end up getting a bunch of the prizes.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying week 3 of the Campkin season because Tile Towers and Jumbleberry Blast are my 2 favorite games, actually. Mandy, do you have a favorite game in the arcade?
Oh my gosh. Well, I do love Atomicalicious. And of course, that's great because you can play against other people. But I also love Diner Dice. It's very similar to Jumbleberry Fields and Webkins Classic, and that's always been one of my favorites. So, but yeah, there are lots of great games. I'm better at the ones where I can take a little time to think.
Games without time limits, yeah.
Yeah.
A little less stressful. Yeah, we don't have deluxe membership on Webkins Next. And so all the arcade games are available to everyone to play. And if you are a previous or current player of Webkins Classic, we do have some games from Webkins Classic that are available at the arcade.
The pinball game is and it's amazing. I especially love the sound effects. It sounds like an actual pinball machine. It makes me so happy.
I mean, a lot of them are sort of variations of games that are on Classic, like Diner Dice is kind of like Jumbleberry Fields. Maze and Run is based on the Maze and Hamsters feature that was on Classic, but a little bit different. And then Glideheart, I believe, was in Amazing World in some form or another. It was taken from there. And so was Cake It Up. So
yeah, that's right.
A lot of these games have just been repurposed and reskinned. But Pinball is definitely the first time we've ever done that kind of game.
Pinball is awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun game. There was a task, I believe it was a season task for Campkins where you had to earn 3,000 points playing pinball. And I was actually pretty proud of myself because I was able to achieve that goal because it is a tough game, but you do improve quickly, I find, when you play it. Sally, something unique as well to Webkins Next from Webkins Classic is that you have a certain amount of plays of arcade games at the arcade, but every single time you complete a game, you earn tickets that you can trade for prizes at the arcade, and one of the prizes tokens that you can use to play bonus plays of your favorite games at the arcade.
Like the free plays are kind of like when you go into the arcade and you get a set amount, and then after that you just got to turn in your tickets to keep playing. And most of the time I've not needed to spend my tickets on more plays because I've had enough. And especially if you go between all the games, you get a lot of chances to play. But of course, like during Zingo Celebration, you're going to want to play as many games, wacky Zingos, as you can. So it also depends on the time and whether we have anything fun going on.
I think it works out well that, as long as you just play various games, you're going to earn enough tickets to trade for tokens that you can use to continuously play your favorites.
We get people all the time saying, hey, how come I'm not earning any more tickets? It's because you've already earned 9,999. You can't earn any more than that. You got to spend some of those guys.
Yeah, so what do we have here? Mystery Capsule.
I just wanted to show some of the summer clothing that just came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some of these are actually coming to Classic too, right? Because some of our clothing lines are coordinated, although I don't believe they're sendable to Classic. So
They're not sendable, no. The shorts, that will also be on Classic. The necklace obviously is not going to be on Classic. Tank top will be on Classic. This one is one of the secret recipes on Classic, so it's there, but not purchasable. Got a cool little baseball hat.
I love the necklaces and the bracelets and watches that you can unlock, because that's definitely something that is unique to Next. And also, your pet appears fully clothed in the pet portrait, right? Now, I mean, of course, right now you're just getting you see your avatar there, the sloth. That's the preview. So you haven't purchased those clothes, but as you click on the various clothing in the W shop, you can get a preview of how it will look like on your pet. Sally, if you purchase them and then add them to your pet, you can see your fully clothed avatar on your pet portrait there in the bottom left.
I just want to show, like, my absolute favorite new item is the overalls. Like, it's not going to work like this on Classic, but on Next,
Oh, wow.
over the t-shirt. This is my favorite thing.
That's great. I thought you were going to say that cheeseburger hat was your favorite thing.
I do enjoy a cheeseburger hat.
Yeah. And vehicles as well, like the hamburger hot air balloon. You can ride those in Kinsville, right? In our social areas and show it off to everyone.
You can wear them pretty much anywhere. I think you can't use them inside of buildings.
Right.
So once you go to the arcade, you're not going to...
It automatically turns off for you, right? So if you
it hides it for you.
Yeah, if you go into the curio shop and your balloon disappears, don't worry, it's not gone. It will automatically turn it off for you when you go into buildings.
Very nice. Lots of things happening on Webkinz Next and Webkinz Classic throughout the summer. And Dorothy Lou, we're on lots of different social media platforms that players can follow and find out and learn about these upcoming events, right?
Definitely look for us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok.
Yep, and check webkinznews.com every day, because we do post articles, new articles every day. And of course, Webkinz News can be accessed from your mobile device as well. But thank you so much, Sally and Dorothy Lou, for showing us all these neat stuff that are being released and are currently available on Webkinz Next. So Berryfest runs until June 28th on Webkinz Classic. And Mandy, when you drag and drop this basket into your room, you're going to unlock a polar berry and a googleberry that you can feed your pet to win a Berryfest prize.
Yeah, and there's some super cool prizes with polar berries and googleberries, and I believe they deliver a prize every single time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this code expires on Halloween 2024, October 31st. So you're going to want to enter this in the Webkinz Classic code shop that you can access through the Things to Do menu. And it is W2FORMUHKYPRUV666Q. And yeah, so be sure and enter that code before Halloween. Or on Halloween, I guess. You've got till midnight on Halloween. So there you go.
Midnight Eastern Standard Time. That's right. And guys, feel free to send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. You can email us at podkins@gans.com. And Dorothy Lou, I mentioned our YouTube channel before, but there's a lot of content that players can check out on our YouTube channel.
For sure. We have a huge archive of Podkins and all kinds of tutorials. So make sure to check us out at youtube.com/webkins.
Yeah, you've been posting some clips from our KinsTunes video collection recently on Instagram, right? Those have been great. And so you can actually watch the full versions of our KinsTunes videos on our YouTube channel. But Mandy, that was so much fun.
Thank you to Sally and Dorothy Lou, because we love having you guys on here to tell us all about what's happening on Next.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sally and Dorothy Lou. And thank you guys for playing. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll run into you in Kinsville. Okay, guys? Bye.
Bye.